Weiter geht's. Die Enterprise verfolgt gerade den feringischen Händler Aramut. Und das Ziel ist Jowett 3.
Entering Federation space.
Gleich sind wir da.
According to Aramut's flight plans, he should have arrived at Jowett 3.
Mr. Data, report.
There is no ship in this vicinity. However, sensors are picking up subspace induction vortices headed for the Nygold system.
Set a course for the Nygold system. Engage.
Noch eine Warp-Sequenz.
Captain, we are approaching Aramut's ship.
So, jetzt haben wir mehrere Optionen. Schutzschilde aktivieren, Mr. Worf, schalten Sie die Phaser auf. Oder Mr. Worf, bereiten Sie einen Traktorstrahl vor, Steuermann, bringen Sie uns in Reichweite. Nehmen Sie Kontakt auf, Mr. Worf, oder scannen Sie das Schiff. Ich muss wissen, ob Idia an Bord ist. Das werden wir jetzt auch gleich mal machen.
Scan the ship. I want to know if Idiot is on board.
His hull is lined with a neutronium alloy. Our sensors are unable to penetrate it.
Okay, das ist also keine Option. Jetzt können wir Kontakt aufnehmen oder Traktorstrahl oder direkt angreifen. Angreifen will ich allerdings nicht. Ja, für Renge freundlich zu bitten hat eigentlich auch noch selten was gebracht. Lass uns den Traktorstrahl probieren.
Mr. Worf, prepare a tractor beam. Helm, take us into range.
They have raised their shields.
Sir, we will be unable to use the tractor beam while their shields are raised.
Ach so, ja gut.
They are attempting to flee. At maximum speed, they will be out of range in 12 seconds.
Jetzt versuchen sie uns zu entkommen in die neutrale Zone. Mal schauen.
Shields up, Mr. Worf. Lock phasers.
Greifen wir sie trotzdem an.
Mr. Worf, open a channel.
Aye, Captain.
Wir können um Hilfe bitten. Oder wir können ihnen sagen, dass sie gegen die Handelsgesetze verstoßen. Dass wir Maßnahmen ergreifen werden. Ja, bitten bringt, glaube ich, nichts. Also werden wir ihnen mal drohen.
This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Starship Enterprise. You are in violation of Federation trade laws. If you do not surrender immediately, we will be forced to take action.
I am Aramut, an honest Ferengi trader. I am not a criminal. Why does the Federation persecute me?
You are wanted for smuggling. You will accompany us to the nearest starbase where you will be turned over to the proper authorities.
Accusations require proof, Captain. I do not think Starfleet Command would enjoy hearing how you bullied a defenseless trader, based only upon your suspicions.
Your last shipment to Marassia included several protected species banned from import under Federation law.
Nonsense. All of my animals are perfectly legal.
The animals listed in your records may have been legitimate, Aramut, but those weren't the ones you shipped. The restricted species were deliberately mistagged.
This is a terrible shock to me, Captain. My suppliers must have substituted the illegal animals to fill their orders. It is a sad thing when a supplier cheats an honest businessman like myself. I'm glad we could clear up this misunderstanding so quickly. If that is all, I'll be on my way.
Perhaps the Romulans would be interested to learn that several of the species you transported came from their space. I think I'll send them a report. You do know what Romulans do to smugglers, don't you?
What lies are you spreading, human? I didn't take any Romulan species. They were from Phrygia.
Well, if we're mistaken, I'm sure you can explain everything to the Romulans when they find you.
I am sure we can negotiate a deal, Captain Picard.
The only thing I'm willing to negotiate is your surrender, as well as Idia's.
You can take Idia, but I can tell you much in exchange for my freedom. Perhaps you'd be interested in some unusual movements of the Romulan fleet.
Ja.
Mr. Data, transmit the coordinates of the brig so that Aramut can beam Idia to his new quarters. All right, Aramut, you've got a deal.
Done then. It is a fair exchange. You may have Idia and my shipping records immediately. Now, for the information you have purchased. I hear reports from the other side of the neutral zone, not that I have ever been there, of course, about a massive refit of the Romulan fleet.
What kind of refit?
They've upgraded the warp coils and added secondary power cores to many warbirds. The weapons systems suffer, of course. It may even impair cloaking ability. But they could easily outlast any Federation vessel at maximum warp.
It sounds as if the Romulans are in a race, one they want to win very badly.
Who can say what the Empire does or does not want? But a merchant always watches the spending habits of potential customers. For example, there has been a sharp rise in the price of ancient Tikan and Chodak relics in sectors near the neutral zone.
Interesting information, if it's true.
I would never cheat you, Captain.
Nein, natürlich nicht.
Now, this has been very entertaining, but I do have other customers.
The Ferengi is moving away. Warp 5.
Ja, wenn man richtig mit dem Ferengi umgeht, können sie durchaus nützlich sein mit Informationen. Normalerweise muss man nur selber was in der Hand haben gegen sie, dann lässt es sich am effizientesten verhandeln dann mit ihnen.
Let him go. We have what we came for.
Idia ist jetzt in Arrest.
Captain, the report on Aramut's shipment is in the computer. Apparently the animals which Dr. Huhn-Forsch thought were from Romulan space actually came from Shoniosho Epsilon 6, uncharted territory.
I'll be sure to look at that report soon, number one.
Genau, also Maul halten Nummer 1.
There's more, Captain. We can check on those animals in the Federation morphology database. These creatures are definitely related to species from Garrod.
Okay.
Shanoishu Epsilon 6, or Phrygia, as Aramut calls it, might just be our lost Garidian colony.
Dann dahin.
Be sure to alert our guests. Lay in a course for Shanoisho Epsilon 6, Warp 5.
Aye, sir.
Engage.